Canelo. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. He's a hell of a fighter, but my personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez. They don't want. It's not that they don't want to see Tank win because they feel like it's beating me because I dominated the fight game. It was up to me. Like we keep on saying, we want to see Benavidez. Canelo, hell of a fighter.
Canelo, he can pick and choose who he want to fight, and I'm going to tell you the truth about Canelo. Floyd Mayweather has finally meddled into the feud between Canelo Alvarez and boxing mogul Turki Alalshikh. And despite trying to be very diplomatic, Floyd Mayweather imposed himself in the face of the topic and fired mild shots at both Turki Alalshikh and Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, hell of a fighter. But my personal opinion, he's ducking Benz. It's the first time Turki Alalshikh would be in a feud with anyone in boxing. And it may be more dangerous than we'd ever thought. It's really that they don't want, it's not that they don't want to see Tank win because they feel like it's beating me. Because I dominated the fight game. Floyd Mayweather was the very first boxer to give Canelo Alvarez a loss. And now he's back to speak about another loss of Canelo Alvarez. A loss happening outside of the boxing ring for so long. But these the same writers out here, they appraise Floyd Mayweather feels Canelo Alvarez would only face more opposition because he doesn't fight the fights fans want to see. He claimed a large number of Canelo Alvarez's fans have turned against him. And now the boxing powers are beginning to find faults in its choices. If it was up to me, like we keep on saying we want to see Ben Bennett Canelo hell of a fighter. But he also claimed Turki Alalshikh was acting boundless as he's just one of the many promoters, and no one promoter rules the sport. I'm going to tell you the truth about Canelo. Easy man easy. The feud between Canelo Alvarez and Turki Alalshikh happened because of a disagreement on talks regarding fight between Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather, and both parties have clearly not handled him. Well, y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude to Canelo Alvarez. He's been doing his boxing business long before Turki Alalshikh got into boxing. As a result, his fans and his reputation are enough to get him the fights he wants and the big purses. And then we'll see right at the end of the day. Like I said before, I'm not asking for that fight to Turki Alalshikh. However, he'll do everything in his power to ensure he brings Canelo Alvarez down, starting with his September 14th fight, which clashes with UFC 306 star Canelo Alvarez, has faced consistent criticism in Mexico for his recent boxing matches, with arguments that he hasn't taken on the most formidable opponents. However, on an international scale, Canelo has gained recognition as the world's best, or one of the finest pound-for-pound fighters. Canelo was 23 with 43 fights and 30 knockouts. Mayweather, the first opponent who defeated the Mexican, stressed that Alvarez has already showcased his skills, but he added that he's not performing at the same level as before. People are like, oh, Canelo is cherry-picking. Floyd is cherry-picking. Mayweather said in an interview with Fight Hype, and the world said he was inexperienced. I was 36. What I have to say to Canelo is this: you proved yourself already. You fought a lot of great fighters. You've tested yourself. You went up in weight to numerous weight classes like myself and other fighters throughout the years. Canelo is a great fighter with 40-something fights, and they tell you the truth. But now everyone is saying he's not the same fighter anymore, and it's true, he doesn't look the same. And of course, you expect Floyd Mayweather to make all things about himself. What we don't talk about is, we age Canelo. What's a Floyd Mayweather interview without him flaunting his wealth and individual accolades before your face to tell you the truth? I was over the hill. But let's remember one thing: when I beat Canelo, I was older than Canelo is today. Now imagine Canelo at 36 fighting me at 36. Everybody says Canelo is on the decline, but remember, when I was 36 years old, I fought him. He was 23 years old and had 43 fights, but said he didn't have enough experience despite promoter interest. Canelo Alvarez has seemingly thrown cold water on the prospect of a mega fight with Terence Crawford. The Mexican boxing superstar emphasized his focus on his upcoming bout against Edgar Berlanga and expressed reservations about the Crawford matchup. Alvarez is set to face the young phenom Berlanga on September 14th. However, recent discussions surrounding a potential fight against Crawford proposed by Turki Alalshikh have created a media frenzy in this position. Because of I'm in this position. If he wants to work with me, speaking on the matter, Alvarez said, I'm not asking for that fight. I think Teofimo Lopez deserves it more than me. My response to Turki is this: yesterday, they texted me to talk about the Crawford fight in February, and I said I'm not going to talk about any other fight. I'm focused 100% on this Edgar Berlanga fight. I respect Turki,
But if he wants to work with me, it needs to be my way. He and my way, knowing their way, I don't need it.
What didn't you like about following Canelo Alvarez? Comment Turki Alalshikh has now stated that he is no longer interested in pursuing the fight between Alvarez and Terence Crawford. How he approach is not the way you approach. Alalshikh has decided to shift gears, announcing his disinterest in pursuing the bout. Instead, he will focus on building Crawford's profile in the U.S. market and promoting other top fighters like Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Javid Davis. He not a way to approach to me. Look, I respect everybody, and I respect Turki. On the other hand, Saul Canelo Alvarez doesn't like to discuss future plans when he has a fight on his immediate schedule, and he emphasized how that point applies even when pressed by boxing's newest big power broker Turki Alalshikh. But I look, if he wants to work with me, he need be in my way. Alvarez said he was contacted by Alalshikh on Monday about the possibility of taking a February fight in Saudi Arabia against newly crowned junior middleweight and four-division champion Terence Crawford. You said you feel Crawford is easy. You felt that Crawford to you is easy money. They called me yesterday, Alvarez told Puy.com in a Tuesday interview before his news conference with SEP 14 super middleweight opponent Edgar Berlanga at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Why, what did you see there? Canelo, look, I don't want to talk. Crawford is a great fighter. They wanted to meet with me and see about the fight with Crawford in February. I said, look, I'm not interested in talking about another fight after SEP 14. We can talk, but not right music. Now, Alalshikh then announced on X late Monday night that just wrapped up an important meeting now with my team planning for the upcoming fights that we will make for 2024 to 2025. I decided to disregard the Canelo fight as I don't want it anymore. Instead, I will be focusing for the U.S. market with bigger fights, especially for the legendary Crawford music. He added, I am focusing on Riot Season Card, Wembley Edition 21st of September, Anthony Joshua versus Dubois, and depending on the results of Riot Season's opening card, Bivol versus Beer Bev on the 12th of October. I will build the card for the rematch of Fury versus Usyk on the 21st of December, and another big card in the first quarter of 2025. Stay tuned. I don't really care about it. Look, I'm focused 100% on my fight. And I don't really care about it. Just recently, Floyd Mayweather had a press conference as well ahead of his exhibition fight against John Gotti. Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti kept things respectful this time around to be able it's always great to be able to fight where there's a lot of fight fans. And we know that Mexico has a history of boxing. Mayweather and Gotti face off in an exhibition boxing on August 24th in Mexico City. It's a rematch of a 2023 exhibition bout between the two that descended into chaos when referee Kenny Biss halted the fight due to excessive trash talk between the two, causing a near brawl in the ring. Afterward, Mexico has a history of great champions and the love of boxing. Now, the two were set to run things back at a press event in New York City on Thursday. Both men remained chill before engaging in their first face-off for the rematch, and the love of boxing in Mexico is truly unbelievable. Gotti is the 31-year-old grandson of infamous mob boss John Gotti, but made a name for himself as an MMA fighter before transitioning into boxing, where he is currently 2-0 as a professional. The 47-year-old Mayweather is widely considered to be one of the best boxers of his generation and an all-time great, sporting a perfect 50-0 professional record. Mayweather retired from boxing in 2017, but has since engaged in a number of exhibition bouts like this one, including matchups with Logan Paul and Aaron Scherz to go take a vacation in Mexico, but never having a chance to go to Mexico and actually fight. The first bout between the two, which happened on June 14, 2023, was an exhibition boxing match held at the FL Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida. It ended in a controversial way, with the fight being stopped in the 6th round. The stoppage led to a post-fight melee that overshadowed the bout itself. Was fate, and I think this time is fate. We wasn't supposed to have this fight again. One thing led to another, and Mayweather, the legendary undefeated boxer, and Gotti, the grandson of the notorious mob boss John Gotti and a professional boxer and MMA fighter himself, were expected to draw significant attention due to their high profiles. However, the chaotic end to their first encounter, including a brawl involving members of both camps, led to the fight's controversial conclusion. Why not get a second chance of one of the greatest fighters to ever lace up boxing gloves? So Gotti they third threw more punches and showed more aggression after the fight was stopped than he did in the actual bout.